Hi, this is Keith from Save the Rust, and tonight I thought I'd show you some of our military Harley parts and the differences between an early and later front fender toolbox for a 1942 Harley WLC. So what we have here is an early and later toolbox, front fender toolbox for 42 WLC, Canadian military. These are only on the Canadian Harleys, and I'm going to show you the differences. So the first 3290 front fender toolbox were these ones here. What you're going to notice is, as opposed to this one, is there's no lock. And that was changed after 3290 of them, because from what I understand, the motorcycle riders were kind of getting upset that people were going into their toolboxes and taking things that they weren't allowed to. So they were they put the lock on, which at the time the Harley Davidson charged the Canadian government an extra $1 to add that lock. So one of the things that these toolboxes held was a sprocket for sidecar use, I believe. And these are quite rare nowadays to find them. This one's been repainted. It's going to be used on one of our bikes. And this one's original paint. I got this about a year ago. Very lucky, extremely lucky. So that's original paint. And that'll go on another one of our bikes that we're restoring. I thought I'd also show the storage boxes, which are, again, only WLC, Canadian military models. So blackout equipment. So what it would have had in here would have been a blackout light cover like this. This is for my 1940 Norton, but this gives you the idea. It's just to deflect the light down, so a sharpshooter or the enemy is not shooting at the light or just above it to kill the rider. It deflects the light down and shines the light just in front of the bike, and doesn't allow the enemy to see you. So again, these are really rare. They only made 3,367 of these. 1,367 were made for home use, so they stayed on Canadian soil, and 2,000 for export. So you gotta think 80 years later, how many of these are left? So these would have contained the headlamp shield, like I just showed you, and blackout discs for the front fender light, and the tail and stop lights. Just these little round discs that were for the 42 Canadian military models only. They had a unique tail light that was only on the Canadian bikes, which again is really hard to find. So one of the things I want to show you is just the differences, and it's pretty rare now to see these early boxes with no key. I mean, no lock and key. So I'm going to be doing a video in the near future showing all the differences between Canadian and American bikes, and I have almost all the parts on hand, so you can get a real visual of what the differences are. Hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe and follow, comment, and if there's anything you want to see, let us know. Save the rust.